The Galaxy S22 series are the best and most expensive phones that Samsung makes, and presumably they have the best camera quality. But what if you don't want to spend 1 grand on a phone? Will your photos and videos look worse? And if yes, how much worse? Well, you also have this phone, the Galaxy A53 5G, which many say is the best budget phone around in 2022. And at $500, it costs half as much as a Galaxy S22 Plus. Hey guys, Vic here with PhoneArena, and in this video we'll be comparing a flagship camera against a budget phone camera. But first, shout out to Ugreen for sponsoring this video. So let's start with the actual cameras that you have. There are 3 of them on the S22 Plus and 4 on the budget A53. But that's just a bit of a trick that Samsung makes. 2 of those 4 cameras are a macro lens and a depth lens, which you probably don't even need, while you don't have a telephoto zoom lens on the budget phone, which is more expensive to make and actually far more useful. So hey guys, this is Vic with PhoneArena, and today we have the Galaxy S22 Plus against the Galaxy A53 5G, a top tier phone against a budget phone. And right now we're testing the front camera, recording this with the selfie camera and trying to see if there are any visible differences between the two. So let me stop right here and just move the camera slowly around. In my viewfinder I can definitely see how the Galaxy S22 Plus does a better job with the dynamic range. See, the sun is kind of blown out on the A53. And one more thing I noticed with that video is that it looks shaky on the budget phone and stabilized on the flagship, which I think makes a big difference. And for selfie photos, we kind of have similar issues with dynamic range. Highlights are a bit too bright on the A53, while the flagship S22 model has a more balanced picture. But also notice the more saturated colors on the budget phone, which are a bit extreme. Alright, but what about the main camera? First, the 1x lens on the flagship is a bit wider, notice that. You can definitely fit more in the frame in it. And the thing that strikes me is just the colors on the A53 are definitely just too much. Sometimes it can look plain unreal. It just seems that Samsung cranked up the saturation slider to the maximum on the A53 5G, and that is just a bit too much. The other issue is the excessive sharpening. Look closer at the 3 branches here and you can clearly see detail is just butchered by that over sharpening on the budget phone, so we'd definitely take the flagship here. Next up, when using the zoom in the camera app, you can immediately notice the advantage of having a dedicated telephoto lens. The budget phone uses digital zoom, so anything at 3x or further looks very pixelated, while the flagship phone just looks super clean and you can easily read even the signs from even far away. And that is not all. Having a 3x zoom lens means you get vastly better portrait mode shots. The budget phone simply doesn't support a 3x view in portrait mode, so you can only shoot wide portraits. And even then, the background often is not blurred properly. Take a look at the tree in the top right where the blur just failed. And again, on that second photo, the whole left side of the image failed to blur properly on the A53. And as for the ultra-wide cameras, interestingly, the budget phone actually has a slightly wider field of view, but colors on it look desaturated and bleak, which is a bit of a surprise coming from the super saturated colors from the main camera. Alright, and what about video quality? Right now we're recording with the main cameras on the S22 Plus and the Galaxy A53 5G. And I'm curious if there is any difference in the recording quality. Right now the conditions are pretty much perfect. You've got sunny weather, beautiful spring colors. You have everything for a good looking video. So slowly moving the cameras around, follow me as you get to see how they shoot video. So looking at the footage afterwards, I can definitely notice a big difference in stabilization. The S22 Plus is just so stable and smooth, while the A53 looks very shaky. And this is a 3x zoom video, so the Galaxy S22 Plus has a 3x zoom camera, while the A53 does not, so there should be a difference in the video quality. This is what 3x zoom video looks like. Let's also try pointing it further away. Alright, stop right here for a moment. Do you see any difference in the video stabilization while zoomed in? And next up we have selfie video recording at night, and this is what it looks like on the Galaxy S22 Plus against the Galaxy A53 5G. And I can definitely see that the A53 5G is a bit darker, but it actually appears sharper on my screen as I look at it. And let me just quickly pan around so you get a good view. Definitely much darker on the A53. And looking at night shots, you may not notice a huge difference if you just look at the photos on your phone, but blow them up on a bigger screen and the budget phone definitely has that same excessive sharpening we saw earlier, which is an issue that the S22 Plus does not have. And using the ultrawide camera, again, you get more light out of the flagship, while the budget phone is often just a bit too dark for night shots. And the same goes for video. The big difference is just how much brighter footage from the S22 Plus main camera gets. But if you plan on using the ultra-wide camera for night videos, well, both are just similarly bad. You can barely see anything with it, but the One X camera, yeah, that's a big difference in favor of the flagship phone. And whether you choose a budget or a flagship phone, you probably won't get a charger in the box these days, and that's where this little wonder boy comes in. Made by our sponsor Ugreen, the Ugreen Ace Cube USB-C charger is extremely tiny, but it packs 30 watts of power, more than your typical iPhone or Galaxy charger. So with 30 watts of power, you'll get the fastest charging time regardless of what you use, Galaxy S22, Pixel 6 Pro or an iPhone 13. So even if you already own a 20-watt charger, you will get faster charging speeds with the Ugreen Ace Cube. It only takes 30 minutes to give you a 0 to 60% charge on an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and it will top up a Pixel to 50% in less than 40 minutes. And it will fully charge a MacBook Air from 0 to 100% in just 2 hours. But what I'm most impressed with is just the size. The Ugreen charger is tiny, and that's possible thanks to a cutting-edge GaN chip used on the inside. And you can easily fold the plug too. So check out the link in the description below and use the code there to get a great deal on the impressive Ugreen 30-watt charger. So at the end of the day, a budget phone like the popular Galaxy A53 5G still has its limitations compared to a flagship camera. And if you care about your photos, well, you probably should get the flagship model. Of course, budget phones are different. You have the Pixel A series, which are cheap and still can take flagship grade photos, but compromise on the video quality. While you also have the Apple iPhone SE, which has a very solid One X camera, but no ultra-wide camera at all, and the One X camera lacks a night mode. At the end of the day, it depends on how much you care about your photos and your videos, and if you care about both, a flagship just gives you more in both of those areas. So what do you think about the differences? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos. My name is Vic, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one.